Hey, I'm Alana and you're watching Button Bash. Destiny is getting a pretty big patch 1.0.2, that will fix a handful of issues. The cryptarch specifically is being fixed, with the Bungie website saying, changes guarantee that engrams will always decode into items at or above the quality of an engram. Only engrams that drop after 1.0.2 are subject to this change. This means that legendary engrams will always give you legendary items, or better. Rare will only give you rare or higher, and rare engrams will also have a higher chance of giving you legendary items. Daily and weekly heroics and Vanguard Tiger playlist activities also now include rare and legendary engrams as well, in addition to existing rewards. I'm almost concerned that they're fixing this too much. Having a legendary engram turn into a rare was really annoying, but part of the fun of Destiny is grinding. There has to be that balance there. That said, Bungie has shut down one of Destiny's loot caves by preventing infinite enemies from spawning there and dropping gear. On this one, Bungie said, the social experience of a cave farming run is amazing. The herding to get a team of guardians all behind the line and firing in the right direction, the rush to grab the loot, the scramble when the panic wave starts, the beckoning glow from the inside the cave. The speed at which the community organized around this activity was inspiring and humbling to us, but shooting in a black hole for hours on end isn't our dream for how Destiny is played. So since the treasure cave was the most popular way to get loot from the game and it has been removed, maybe having legendary items more available by fixing the engram situation will create a balance. We'll have to wait and see. Hyrule Warriors, the latest Warriors game for the Wii U, has already had DLC announced. The producer of the Zelda series, Aonuma, announced that Epona, Link's trusty steed, will be available as a weapon. Cool. Apparently Epona is a weapon instead of a character because she sort of teams up with Link rather than being individual. Aonuma said, by riding Epona, I was able to blow herds of enemies away and gallop swiftly through the fields. And I had a lot of fun trying out this reimagined version of her in Hyrule Warriors. In the Zelda series, players never had a chance to tackle bosses by galloping around them with Epona like in Hyrule Warriors. So I hope fans will enjoy playing as Zelda characters in a game with a different type of action than you typically find in the original series. It's a very interesting change, especially using Epona as a force. I kind of love the image I'm getting in my head because I've always held Epona up as this lovely, hard to get but peaceful companion. In Hyrule Warriors, everyone is a badass, even your lovable pony. This is part of the Master Quest Pack for Hyrule Warriors, which launches on October 16th as part of a $20 DLC pass. It's also set to include an entirely new scenario, an adventure map, and some new costumes. 3 other packs will also be released at a later date, and if you buy the DLC pass, you can apparently get a free Dark Link costume too. A new trailer for Assassin's Creed Unity shows off the game's customization system and its 4-player co-op missions. I had a hands-on with both of these things last month and was just begging to know more about that customization. Let's take a look at that trailer.
Every assassin has a core set of skills: combat, navigation, and stealth. From that core, you can build up talents and experience to grow out your own skill set. Unity is the first Assassin's Creed to incorporate a deep progression system. Each skill or asset you choose has a critical influence on your gameplay. Over the course of the campaign, you can pick up specific weapons and gear that will round out your role of choice.
The Phantom Blade, a modest little update from the traditional Assassin's Blade.
Every element will define your path and gameplay style. For example, the heavier the armor, the more protection you'll have, but you'll be less stealthy.
I couldn't sneak through a sewer in these threads.
And the more agile the weapon, the more defensively you can parry, but your blows will be less damaging. There are thousands of possible combinations of items and weapons. New skills allow each player to specialize and share their advantages with other players. Communal Sense shares eagle vision, and Disguise lets a player disguise himself and all his teammates to look like citizens of Paris. Group Healing shares healer powers, and Assassin's Cache lets teams stock and share bombs.
Sony have announced that they aren't going to make any new content for the PS3's PlayStation Home feature starting in November, and the service will officially shut down on March 31st. For those who don't know what PlayStation Home actually is, you're totally not alone on that one. I think it's cool, but it's also really weird and fairly unloved. It's basically a 3D chat room where you can deck out your own house by buying things via microtransactions. Think multiplayer Sims, but less. Regarding this shutdown, Sony said, PlayStation Home has been serving the PS3 community since December 2008. During that time, tens of millions of users around the world have grown the social gaming platform into a thriving community of creative and enthusiastic gamers. We would like to thank all of our fans for their support of the PlayStation Home platform over the years. Regardless of Sony noting tens of millions of users here, I'm inclined to say it never really took off in the PlayStation community, but seems like maybe those microtransactions made it profitable, at least for a little while. Now, with the PlayStation 4 taking over living rooms, the niche community that actually did exist has likely disappeared. I kind of can't help but imagine PS Home reappearing under Oculus Rift technology one day though, like an entirely new social media. That would be cool. I'm Alana, and thanks for watching Button Bash.